All right, everyone. It's Dave Mormon here. I'm CEO and founder at Home Service Business Coach, and I'm absolutely thrilled for you to join me on today's masterclass. We're going to be walking through, directly as the title says, this is the 4 steps to scale your home service business to multi-6 or even 7 figures. So we're going to go ahead with the training here. And I want to tell you, you are able to do this without having to spend money on paid ads. You're going to be able to actually adjust your mindset and have more while doing less. I'm telling you, it is possible to have still a great business and still maintain an incredible lifestyle outside the business. And you're able to actually get your business running without your constant involvement as a business owner. So let's just dive in. I'm going to tell you who I am here. I'm Dave Mormon. Like I said, I'm founder, CEO at Home Service Business Coach, but I am not a coach that, had a business for a few years and now I teach theories. I've been in the home service industry for 16 years with my painting companies and currently with my exterior cleaning company. We've done over $7 million in my career, over 5,000 projects, a lot of residential projects, and been able to be blessed to hire over 150 employees in my time. This is my current company here. This is Revive Services. We currently do about 100K a month with that business, exterior cleaning and Christmas lights. Again, a team of amazing people to help me run the day-to-day of the business. It's not, the 4-hour work week where I sit back and do nothing, but it is a machine that's able to run without Dave. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you here on the masterclass. It wasn't always like this though, right? I started with $3,000, had no idea what I'm doing. You can see my little $200 Ryobi pressure washer there from Home Depot. But I just got started and I got to work. And so that's my story in startup. And today, like I said, I'm founder at Home Service Business Coach. We've now plugged our systems into over 300 home service companies all across North America through our coaching programs. I'll tell you more about that. But the point of this is you want to get your business set up for more freedom and more income from your business. That is what we're all about. And that's everyone here in our program, what they're all getting from their business. So before we dive in, I do want to tell you about real client results as we go, because it's great for me to say it, but why don't you actually hear from some of our successful members? This is AJ Schaefer, who I get to coach for the last 2 years. He's now one of the coaches inside of our community because he's done so well with his business and he's got it set up. He's went from working 60-hour work weeks where he came to us doing about $110,000 in revenue. He's now hired technicians. He's got a production manager and he's got an absolutely incredible office manager that books jobs for him virtually so that AJ's not having to go and quote everything. And he actually just bought his 3rd truck and he's scaling to $75,000 months with his business. So this is literally proof what Leslie, his office manager, has done for his business there in Cape Coral, Florida. And the beautiful thing is, it's not all about money. AJ's got his time back. He's able to be a family man and spend time with his family. So who's going to get the most out of this training? Who is this for? This is for exterior cleaning business owners, for painters, for landscapers, holiday lights, pool cleaning, junk removal. We're not teaching the technical skill set here. We're teaching the business operating systems that you can plug directly into your business. So it doesn't matter specifically what niche you are. But the big thing is your revenue is going to be between 50K and $500,000. And I know that's a big range, but we just don't work with absolute beginners, who've never done jobs before. And we also don't really work with people who've already hit their business, past $1 million. That's great. We're looking for really those owner operators that have maybe tried to hire before and they're stuck, or maybe they've got a small team, but they just don't have any basic systems. And maybe they're working 70, 80 hours a week. And you literally might be just like nodding right now, getting a sore neck, being like, this is exactly for me. Well, pay attention because there's going to be lots of value here. This is for people who are laying awake at night, wondering how to bust through that $500,000 mark or even get to that 7-figure mark in revenue. And at the end of the day, you're just tired of your business owning you. And you literally dream about a business that could be set up to run for you, to serve you and your family. And you want to just know, like, how do you actually grow a team? Like, I've tried to hire before and it just didn't work. I want to learn how to do it. Well, pay attention because this is going to be for you. My promise to you, You don't have to have a huge following or audience. You don't got to go take out a huge loan to grow your business. And you don't have to break the bank with online paid ads, right? I think the internet will tell you hire this guru for Facebook ads or this for Google PPC. I'm telling you, you don't need to do that. And you also don't have to have a business degree. Like the bar is so low in home services. And that's what excites me for the opportunity that lays ahead for the members that we work with. If you put this stuff in properly, and you give it some time, it's going to be an incredible harvest you can have for your business. So you just got to follow the proven process. And so why am I spilling the beans here, right? I want you to have success, and I want the home service business to give you the success that I've had it inside my own life. And I'm not a materialistic person, but my business has afforded me a great lifestyle to be able to buy a dream home, to become a real estate investor. I've done all this while taking 40 days off per year. I want to be a present husband, present dad. So it's about income for me, yes, but it's more so about being wealthy with my time and being able to do what I want with who I want, when I want. I want to have those options, and that's why I want to consult and help others do the same in their business as well. And the big thing is you're able to do it without taking on a big loan. I'm not going to tell you to quit your day job and go all in and risk it for the biscuit. No, I'm actually a pretty risk averse person myself. I want to see a proven process. I want to see data, and I want to see some social proof. So stick with me here, because I'm not just going to tell you, oh, join our coaching program. Like, no, we're not working with everybody. But I want to provide an incredible amount of value for you in the next half an hour. And the right people at the end will be like, this is exactly what I need. And the majority of people will be like, that was a great training. I learned some things, and I can go plug them in my business. And that's phenomenal. Like, that's what we want. I want to affect an entire industry and help change technical mindsets and train proper business owners. So hang on with me here. We'll keep cruising through. This is not a get rich quick scheme. I don't really believe in a home service business being passive income. I think you can set it up absolutely to be able to run without you. But I'm not telling you set this up and you can go live in a different state and it all just runs completely. Like, no, there's literally problems that happen in business, but it's just choosing your hard in life. And I chose to have employees and have a team deal with the hard that comes with that, because I want more freedom and more income from my business. I don't want to be working 80 hours a week. So passive income doesn't mean laziness, right? It means you've worked hard to set up a system that's able to run without you. So I just want to hit that myth right out in the open, because there's hundreds of thousands of coaching businesses on earth that may tell you, oh, this is easy, just set it up. It is not easy. Running a business is difficult, but it's more difficult, I believe, if it's just the owner operator, because you own a job and you own a business. I'd rather just own a business and get it running for me. I want to tell you about another one of our successful members, Jackson. We got to work with for a couple years, much like AJ. He's come around now, and he is a head coach with us at Home Service Business Coach. Jackson came to us. He was at $30K a month. He was stuck on the truck. He had a couple of technicians. And yeah, this is Jackson here. If you've seen him, just put in Jackson Blackburn upflip. His video has over, a couple 100,000 views now. Literally Jackson detailing out his story, how he got started with $1,000 is very inspirational. But Jackson took the time and he invested with us at Home Service Business Coach, and we put systems into his business. And so he hired an operations manager. He's hired an office manager, and he's steadily doing over $100,000 months while he's working in his business about 10 hours a week on the highest level stuff. So Jackson's done what I call, he's ran around the base path. He's got the people in place, and now he's operating. He can fly the airplane, and he's snowboarding. He's living his ideal dream lifestyle. And here's Jackson right here. He actually won an award right here, which he talks about in this screenshot here. So super great guy. Blessed to know him, and one of our rock star coaches here at Home Service Business Coach. So you can see yourself in Jackson's story, and it shouldn't take you 10 years to have to do this. For Jackson, it took a couple seasons working with us, and we were able to do it. One more I want to tell you about. I want to tell you about my man, Micah. We were able to get Micah off the tools, and his crew was able to do work while Micah cannot be on the job site. And he literally said in the last sentence here, words cannot describe the feeling of having a crew to help me grow the business. Is so incredible when we can take a window cleaning business owner and say, hey, Micah, you don't have to clean the windows anymore. We can have a team put into your business to help grow the business. And so Micah learned the business skills from hiring to how to build out a pipeline of leads. We worked on with himself with his pricing and really how to level up as a leader and be an effective CEO. One more here for you. This is Casey. This one just really hits home if you take the 30 seconds to read this. It took Casey 7 years. He came and worked with us. And in the last few months, we were able to actually help get him off the tools. And he's done 3 straight days of over 15 grand, of completed revenue of Christmas lights without me having to lift a finger. I believe I can proudly announce I'm officially off the truck. And he said in his first sentence here, he broke down in tears in a parking lot because it was 7 years of grinding this out. He worked with us and we got it done. So that just tugs at the heartstrings right there. So shout out to Casey right there. Absolutely incredible what he was able to do to move from being that technician to really running a business. So we're going to get into it in just a minute, but all of us want the same 3 things in life. We want wealth, we want freedom, and we want happiness. And so let's rock and roll. Let me show you how to make this a reality for your home service business. These are the 4 shifts you got to make. Get ready to take some notes because we are diving in. Step number 1 is stop doing what's not working. I think a lot of the advice is you have to do this, No, I'm saying just stop. You're probably running on a hamster wheel right now. You're working in your business, and more hours of washing or painting does not grow the business. If you own a window cleaning business, the worst thing you can do in your business is actually be cleaning the windows. It is the lowest value task. It does not grow the revenue of your business. And so if you want to get a paycheck, keep washing those windows. If you want to get wealthy, then you've got to learn those business skills, sales skills, marketing skills. And I'm going to tell you about that because it's not just staying busy in your company. You've got to work on those highest level tasks. And you got to know, look in the mirror after this training and literally say, I am the bottleneck of my business. Okay. Very important to recognize. I want you to see Jason. We were able to help Jason extract himself from being owner operator, hire a team. He learned leadership skills. He put a training program in place, hired an absolutely incredible office manager. And Jason's got time now for his kids to go golfing. And you can see right here in the screenshot, second $20,000 week in a row, 7 figures. Here we come. It's crazy what a little bit of coaching and mentorship can do to your biz. So shout out to Jason, gutter cleaning, window cleaning business. Number 2, you got to think like an entrepreneur, not a technician. Okay. The business is first created in your mind's eye, and then the action, the results are created from that. And so technicians, they stay stuck in their own business. They don't actually think about the higher level vision for the company. And I'll give you a red hot tip right now. If you want to start growing a team, hit stop, like I said in number 1, and write out on a piece of paper today, in 3 years, what does your business look like? Revenue, number of trucks, what the profit levels are, and ultimately, what is your current role going to be in the business in 3 years from now? You got to start with that vivid vision and beginning with the end in mind. And that's really how an entrepreneur thinks, is in the future, where technicians really think in the day-to-day, right? Like you probably caught yourself doing this today. Like, what's on my schedule? What's the next job I'm going to? I have to go see this customer. I've got to go pick up this payment. I've got this meeting. Like, we're just so busy doing in the business, it doesn't actually move the business forward. And so think that doing more and more is what's going to grow the business, but running faster on the hamster wheel doesn't actually grow the business. We got to pull you off that hamster wheel and we got to go build a new ecosystem. And so the only way to grow the company is to actually leverage your time. And if you did a time audit today on your calendar, I would guarantee most of the hours in your week right now, you're doing $20 to $40 an hour tasks, right? You're making 50, 60 grand from your business because we got 2,000 hours to work this year. And let's say you value your time at $30 an hour. Well, you've got $60,000. And so part of going through this training, you got to look in the mirror and say, I'm worth 75. I'm worth $150 an hour. That's how you start making 100, 200, 300 grand from your business. And I'm not talking top line revenue. I'm talking you hit 500 grand on the top line and you make 150 grand on the bottom line. Then you're valuing your time at $75 an hour. That's a big leg up than probably a lot of people going through this training right now. One other note, if you're looking for resources, I just want to fire value at you today. Go on to Amazon, buy this book today called Who Not How. You can thank me later. It's by Dan Sullivan and Benjamin Hardy. It's a short read, and it talks about how instead of asking how you do everything in your business, you got to start finding who's in your business. And when I look at my cleaning business today, I've got who's in my business for lead technicians. I've got a who for an office manager. I have a who for a sales consultant. And that's how you want to structure your business, is that when estimates come in, we're sending out our sales estimator. When phone calls come into the office, our office manager, Jacob, is taking the phone call. And so that's how you want to start thinking about leveraging your time, is thinking who and not always how. And then as stated here, the $25 an hour task, the $35 an hour task, adjust for your market, adjust for inflation. It's actually holding back the growth of your business. So you want to stop being busy, being that quarterback in your business, and you want to transition to being the coach in your business. So it all starts with how we think. Go get who, not how. Start auditing your time and start giving yourself a pay raise and permission to actually pay yourself more and play at a higher level. Want to tell you about Zach here. Zach was awesome to work with. I'll highlight his testimonial here. He came into us at about 150 grand in revenue, exterior cleaning business in Washington State. Now over 400 grand with his business. And we did that in one season. I'm not saying you join us and, oh, we're going to make all this money, but it does happen when you put the work in on your business. So shout out to Zach there. Absolutely incredible. More than double the revenue. He's moved into a big shop. He's well on his way to becoming a seven-figure CEO. And he's like, this is the last one that makes me most proud. He's got his time back to be a family man. And again, being wealthy with your time. That's just personally how I more measure success. And it's incredible getting members like Zach being able to do that. All right, number 3, I love this one. Stop guessing and start learning your numbers. How many contracting businesses in our space just don't know their numbers, and so they end up giving underbid jobs to customers, right? And you may do an estimate today. Let's say to soft wash a house is $1,200. You give the customer your estimate. They got another bid for $600 and another one for $500. Well, the problem is 5 and 600 don't actually know the numbers in their business. They're serving up an underbid job. So you've got to show Mrs. Smith, Mr. Smith, how you offer more perceived value to them, right? How your $1,200 is actually worth it. And a lot goes into that. I'm not going to get into that right now, but it all comes about growing your brand and building more perceived value. And so you may have heard that quote before: revenue for vanity, profit for sanity. It is not about revenue and numbers of trucks that may look good on Instagram. I'm more interested in what's the profit, right? And I'll get into that in a second. How much net free positive cash flow of this business making? That's what we need to ask ourselves, because it's actually pretty easy in contracting to stay busy, right? After 3 or 4 seasons, if Bill's going out and doing the window cleaning, he's going to build up a route of a couple hundred homeowners that will just rely on Bill. And he's got a great 15K a month window cleaning business. Nothing wrong with that. But Bill's not going to be around forever. And if he ever gets sick or twists an ankle or wants to take his family on vacation, the money stops. So I'd rather like capture what Bill's doing for 15K a month, build a system, blow that up to 50, 75, 100K a month, and you can get Bill making 20 to 30% profit on the bottom line without him having to be on the truck. Isn't that what we want? More income and more time freedom. And so really easy to go out and book yourself busy. That's fine. But like, that's just you owning a job, and like owning a business is a lot more stressful than owning a job. So you might as well get your time back and get paid for some of this stuff you're doing. And I'll tell you, profit needs to be reverse engineered, okay? Especially as you grow and you increase your overhead. In my case, our overhead is $17,000 a month to pay my team, even if we don't do any revenue, okay? So that's something I need to be very aware of in growing the business, is how much profit do we actually need to make? Because in my business, January and February every year are really slow for us. I'm up here in Canada. And so we got to make sure we've got some extra money in the bank that we can float through those slow seasons. And most businesses across North America in the trades will have some element of seasonality to them. And you'll know that exactly for your business, but we got to be really aware of the cash flow cycles of our business. And I'll give you one other tip here just while we're on it. look at charging a deposit. Okay. We've been 3 years now in at my business, charging a 50% deposit for customers to get their job on our schedule. And we now have no more people bailing out the day of when the crew shows up and the customer says, oh, didn't you get my email? I sent it in. We got a cheaper bid. Well, when you charge deposits, that type of inefficiency is not happening in your business. And it's a great way to get paid before the job starts. And you get customers that show up better for your business. And they're just better to work for, quite honestly. And some of you might be like, that sounds like a dream. It is possible to do that when you level up your brand. And number two, you start actually thinking like an entrepreneur, thinking like a business owner. And so 20 to 30% should be the net profit produced from your business. I've certainly seen higher. You may be on here, oh, I make 50% profit. Well, if you're not paying yourself as an owner and you're working in your business, it's tough to call it profit. I'm talking about the thing running without bill, largely the day-to-day, the cleaning getting done, the estimates getting done, Bill's not having to do a whole lot in the day-to-day. 20 to 30%, usually closer to 20 if you've got managers, and 30 would be, well, if you're not having an office manager, Bill's the owner, maybe doing the estimate still in person, then you absolutely could be making 30%. If you don't have any people in your owner operator, you should be making 50, 60% right now in profit, but really that's just a wage for your business. So this is like a great benchmark to shoot for. And of course, different industries will be different, but these are just a general guideline for you to keep you onto the right track. And I'll leave you with one more quote here. This was one my mentor told me back in the day: charge more money, do less jobs, make more money. Okay. We've got training on this in my program, and it really blows people's mind when they look at what, say, raising their prices 20% does. We think we'll lose 80% of our customers. Every time we've done a price increase in my business, we lose about 15% of the bottom worst customers, but we end up getting better customers because our prices are leveled up. So it's all about gross profit in your business, which is after your labor and materials are paid, how much money is left to actually power the business. We want to increase that gross profit, or that GP. And the only way we can really do that, we can drop our labor. Yeah. But in a world of rising costs, I'd actually rather crank up my prices on the front end. And you're going to get better customers showing up. So, and you don't really believe this until you do it. So if you haven't done a price increase, say in the last couple of years, I'd really encourage you to look at your numbers and look at doing that. And I want you to hear from Zach here. Zach is a special case here. He came to us to really get off the tools at Woody's Exterior Cleaning is his company. And since he's hired an office manager, and he's hit his 10-year goals now in 3 years, which is incredible when he told us that, because he's, again, able to spend more time with his family. And he's actively implementing systems in every part of his business. And Zach's been a stable, solid member with us now for the last couple of years here at Home Service Business Coach.
If you're not scared of hard work, just do it. It's going to be the hardest thing you do in your life. But if you pick up a program like this and get into this program, it will take your hard aspect from 10 years down to 3. You will have to put your head down and work for 3 years, and then you will have a business that runs almost on its own. And all you'll do is be able to spend time with your family and hang out and run this business. It's simple. It takes, this program just diminishes the time that you have to struggle and eat ramen and live off of nothing for the most part. And it takes the hardships out of things, like just hiring bad employees. You can diminish that to minimal just by doing this program. You have those hundreds of calls that you'll get from your techs. It's gone with this program. It's amazing the amount of growth that you can get just from this program.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And it was a pleasure to see Zach down at the huge convention this year and get to hang out with him and just see the changes he's made in his business. And we're not going to take all the credit because he's the one working on his business. But again, we do best like not working with companies that are stuck and boohoo and this is tough, but more like, just give me that direct path because I want to get to my goals in a couple years versus take 10 years. So Zach's crushing it, and shout out to him for sharing. And hopefully this just encourages you being like, man, what's possible with my business? This is great. And that's point number 4. Okay. Again, Work with us, fantastic. But getting mentorship is not just about paying for high ticket coaching, right? It can be, but it can also start small, right? A lot of the members that come to us, they followed us, they listened to our podcast, our YouTube channel for months, sometimes even years, before they're like, yeah, I'm in. This just makes so much sense. So start small. It could be a $30 book you get started with. It could be going to a conference, but you got to be investing in yourself. Personally, I take about 5 to 10% of what I make personally and put it back into mentorship for coaching programs, for a mastermind, hiring a specialist, whatever the case may be. As an entrepreneur, like, I'm just going to tell you, the best investment you can make in yourself is self-education, like, period, end of story. And I'm now into like multi six figures investing in my own learning. And that might sound crazy, but how can you turn those multi six figures into multi millions? Like, that's how I'd be thinking about it. So why would you try and like figure all this stuff out on your own when you can go and save years of time? And again, for us, a coaching program is very commoditized online. How do we even know what to believe? For us, we just let all of our members do the talking for us, right? That's the biggest thing that we do. And this is a key point to wrap your head around, right? Struggling business owners, they will spend time to save money, where successful business owners, they actually spend money to save time. And you'll see this in your life, right? As you start to grow as an entrepreneur, you want to pay more for an airline ticket because you get to board early and get off early and get premium experience. Same with dining. Same with maybe going for transportation. You just want to get like the nicer ride so you can save time. You don't want to be standing around, because as a business owner and as a person, time is finite. It's our most precious resource. And so if we can save it, we're going to do it. And to do that, we have to spend some money. And so it's kind of this chicken or egg thing, but you do have to get ahead of it. You do have to program your mind to putting money down on yourself and betting on you and your business, because the hard facts are, and I don't want to be too doom and gloom, but 80% of business owners don't even make it to their 5th year in business. And only 20% of those actually get to their 10th year in business. So like 4% will hit their 10 year in business, which is just like crazy, and just speaks to this fact that people need to get mentorship because business is so tough, right? We don't have our doctor go and watch some YouTube videos and then and say, oh, they're a doctor. Well, for business, we're like, oh, we'll watch a few YouTube videos. We got it. Like, no, like, it's involved what to plug in. And there's a lot of value that comes from being able to own a business. So I don't want you wasting time trying to figure this stuff on your own. They honestly don't, like, the school system's broken. I think we can all agree with that. When I was coming up through high school, I didn't know what running a business was. I went and got a business degree because I thought that's what you have to do to get a job. Fast forward 10 years today, like, you absolutely don't need to. You can just invest in yourself and a mentor. And so I want to leave you with a choice right here, okay? And I want to take 3 minutes and literally just show you, this is what we do here at Home Service Business Coaching. If you don't want to listen for 2 minutes and you think I'm full of crap, like, go ahead, sign off the call. This is for the serious people listening. These are the 3 problems that we really fix. We fix your lead generation, not with paid ads, but how to build an organic presence in your market, how to grow your brand. We teach you how to do that. 2 is a big one, okay? We help you over 6 months finding and hiring A+ employees. There may be some firing involved in there. We'll see. But we help you onboard, train, and manage employees, all with SOPs, from job ads to interviewing to conversion calls, how you do a reference call, everything. We help you do that, all the people in your business. And I had a member tell me this last week, the whole program, that's the best thing he got from it. He told me, he's like, it's all great, but the hiring, the people piece is so huge. And then lastly is just the business management, okay? Setting up your office, getting your CRM set up better, learning your numbers, and then scheduling your own personal time as a CEO. A lot of mindset work goes into that. So those are really the big 3 things that we do, and they all facilitate the cash flow here inside your business. And then I'll just go right here. It just show you a screenshot. Like, we're over 252 now screenshots of testimonials, clients winning, great stuff people are saying. So you can hit pause and like read through this. I'm not going to camp on it for too long, but I'm just showing you this program. It just works plain and simple from what our members are saying. And one last thing I want to share with you, and we've recently plugged this in, which is just phenomenal. is our quick connect systems. And so when you work with us, we're going to actually do it done for you. We're going to build out 50 systems in your business, templated to your business. So when you come and work with us, you get them delivered on a silver platter with your branding. So you can hit print or put them into your digital library, and you've got those, you own those. And that's something that, people will join a franchise and pay 50, 80, 100 grand to join. I don't believe in that. I think it can be done for a whole lot less for an entrepreneur that isn't sitting on tens and tens of thousands of dollars. And so you'll have to check out our Quick Connect systems too, here at Home Service Business Coach. And so I'll leave you with this. We offer a free strategy call. It's a short call, 10 to 20 minutes long. You can get on with us. You can go ahead, check out the link below, put in your information, and one member on my team will speak with you and just see if we're going to be a good fit. We don't want you coming in if it's not going to be a good fit. Some of you right now, you're like, man, I just want to sign off, check these guys out on Instagram. Go to the YouTube channel, go to the podcast, phenomenal. We put out all these free resources. Our podcast does about 30,000 downloads a month right now, just helping entrepreneurs in the trades all over the world. So go ahead and check that out. But for you action takers that are like, I want the shortcut, I want to take, the 747 airplane versus the road trip, then go ahead, check out the link below. You can get on a short call, like I said, with me and my team to see what we're all about. And these are really the 4 things we're going to go through. Kind of why are you stuck? What stories are you telling in your head to yourself? And then we're really what your goals are in business, because we'll just tell you like, yeah, if we believe we can help you, or like, nah, this probably isn't the program, might not be a good fit. And so this is really who that call is going to be for. If you are interested, those that are really wanting transformation in their life, we're not just going to give you information. This is a transformational coaching business that we're going to change how you think. You're going to grow as a person, and therefore your business will grow as a byproduct. But we're really looking for those that want to move quickly and want to invest in themselves and work with us, because it's a minimum 6-month commitment to join our program. So it's not for the faint of heart, but we want those that want to secure their future, want to build an asset, and just know that, hey, this isn't get rich quick. Building a business isn't easy, but if I work with a trusted process and a trusted coach, then I can get to my goals.
Jason Zember, own window and gutter cleaning ninjas. Been in business for about 5 years. It's helped come along other guys that are at the same location or the same spot in the organizations as I am. Not only that, but even guys a little bit maybe below, maybe like where I was like a year or so ago. So I don't know, it's cool to give wisdom where I'm at, but also seek wisdom of guys that have already been down the road that are, their businesses are double, triple, quadruple the size that I am. And just, I think being an entrepreneur, there's certain things that are just only on your shoulders. And so to talk with other entrepreneurs that they are going through those exact same things, that's invaluable. I mean, I am the leader of my company, no one is above me. And so every other business owner, they're the same. There's no one above them, there's no one that they're answering to. So to be able to like share just those struggles of what life is like, running a business, that's huge. So that's been instrumental.
My name is Chris Hayes. I run Hayes Home Services, and the business is focused on exterior cleaning as well as permanent holiday lighting. The coaching has been absolutely pivotal. It's been really nice to have the open source collaboration between all the other owners, as well as the super simple laid out roadmap that's provided by the organization. So just providing the structure and the confidence to really just be able to triage and prioritize everything has been absolutely crucial.
Yeah, so I'm Nick. I'm from Toronto, Ontario area, Southern Ontario. And I run Gladiator Pro Wash. We do exterior cleaning, like window cleaning, pressure washing, gutter cleaning. So life, like from a business perspective, was like pretty crazy. I didn't really know how to structure my business, like different areas in the business. I just sort of like had the job, and how can we fulfill this job? Like I just threw technicians at it, and I didn't really. Like I would do all the scheduling, all the admin, I'd be on the job half the time. Like there was no sort of structure. Since joining the program, the biggest takeaway was the systems, and then how to implement the systems into my business. But I think they do a good job of giving it to you sort of one at a time. They don't just throw it all at you and just like let you go for it. They kind of walk you through everything. And the biggest selling point for me was the coaching calls. Like, there's so many other programs where you pay the money, you get the material, but then you're on your own. With this, like, whatever questions I have, I know I have these calls like every week, and then I can ask the dumbest questions, but I'll get them answered, and it'll definitely help the business.
All right. So shout out to Jason, Chris, and Nick there for sharing some of their story. We'll go ahead and wrap up this masterclass. And I'll just tell you, if you've got that kind of pit in your stomach, that feeling of like, man, I need to move on this, I need to do something, I need to change my situation, then go ahead, click that link below, fill out your information. We'll get on that short call. And again, those of you listen right to the end who are maybe really new to us here at Home Service Business Coach, go consume our resources. Put Home Service Business Coach into YouTube, put it in, listen to our podcast. We're a few hundred episodes in. We want to provide value to the entire home service business owner community. And we want to work with those top 2%ers of just really action-oriented action takers. So want to thank you so much for your time watching today. I hope you're able to get some gold nuggets out of this, to get inspired, to learn a thing or two. And I wish you well on your journey. And to the keeners here, I look forward to seeing you hopefully on the inside of our program soon. Take care, everybody.